everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel and blog. Today we're going to use this paper pad from Kaisercraft Lily and Moss. I'm just going to flick through some of the papers, and I'm actually just sort of going through and trying to figure out what on earth am I going to use. So this is going to have a sketch. I'm not really going to show you the name of this book because I've had it for a while and I don't really want to make you want it, basically. But this is a sketch and I'm going to have this on my blog later on, and you can just click over and have a look. But it's super simple. We're not going to stress about this, and you can see a little demo of the card. But we're even going to change this around a little bit even more. But honestly, it's going to be really simple. I don't want anyone stressing out. So that's the little sketch. So I'm going to go through and just have a look and see which papers I like. I really like that one. I really like that one as well, but a bit too much green because I just wanted it soft and easy. Nice little marble. And there's some pretty greens and pinks in this paper pad. And I really like this, but at this point in time, I do actually use it, but in this point in time, I was just like, I don't know what we're just going to rip some papers out, and we'll see whether we use it. And this pink is really nice too. I was just trying to figure out whether I wanted to use some of the little push-outs, die cuts, cut aparts, those things at the back, okay? There's some really nice. So I'm thinking I'm going to do full cards. Some of them are going to be a little bit harder, obviously, but I'm going to try and keep them relatively simple. I'm not going to do some of the people that actually know me know that I like to colour, and don't stress. I'm not going to colour. I'm going to colour, but I'm not going to colour to the same level. Okay, so we just got a normal card. So A5 cut, folded in half, and I'm just going to cut all these down to start off with and just do them at about 7 centimetres. This one's going to be 7 by about 9, I think. But that's, at the moment, just ignore that. Okay, I'm just going to roughly cut these down to varying degrees. The green one I'm going to cut to 8, but you'll see I'll totally change my mind later on down the track anyway. And the same with this marble, about 7 centimetres. This one ends up being 7 centimetres by 7 by 7. I'm constantly double checking that I've got all these cards open around the right way, because if I don't check, I will completely stuff it up and have it around the opposite and the wrong way. So I think I started off doing this one about 5 by 13 sort of thing, but in the end I cut it down to about, in the end it's 5 by 10 centimetres. 5 by 10. Okay, that's what it is in the end. That is not what it is right now. I don't know what I was going to say, because I started off doing this just as a live, and then one of the boys started talking really loudly to his mates, and I'm like, well, that totally stuffs that up, doesn't it? This dot will end up being 5 by 9. Which seems wrong, doesn't it? It does. 5 by 9. Let's have a look. Well, you can't look. Shall I have a look? Where's mine? Just entertain yourselves while I just double check this and how long it actually is. You know what? I am right. I told you. It's 5 by 9. It just doesn't look like it. So the script is still 5 by 10 and the pink dot is 5 by 9. Because I forgot my saying to cut it down. And the green, the little green wood thing is 6 by 4 in the end. And the marble is, as I said, 7 by 7. And I'm just playing around with where I want to place things. Because the sketch is a square. But we're going to change it around. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put in that center bit. Whether I want sentiments or an image. So we're going to go around all this. This is using walnut stain. Just to give it, I don't know, grunge, shabby sort of look, shall we say. And once again, I'm just going to play with where everything is. Get rid of all my tidbits. I keep all my little bits and pieces. Because you never know later on down the track. Either someone might want it. And I don't know what I was doing then. I was clearly talking to you, but I don't know what I was saying. But I keep all my little bits and pieces because sometimes you just need that little bit of something in the background. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's happy and safe and not completely going around the twist with isolation. All these papers are going to still in Leslie's shop. This is a card for Leslie at Little Bits, and you can email her at littlebits.com, littlebitscards@hotmail.com, or her website is littlebits.com.au. The stamp set I'm using here is by Paper Rose, and it's called Ella's Garden Rose Bouquet. And I'm just going to put it off center a little bit, and I'm going to realize I'm almost out of frame here in a minute, and I'll push it up. I'm going to use some Memento. There we go. Some Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I just want a nice crisp solid black line, so I'm going to do it twice. And I think the same with the sentiment. The sentiment is out of the Altenew Many Thanks, which is a great little set which should be arriving in the shop very shortly. It's got lots of little thank yous, different fonts, different sizes, and I'm just going to do with a nice little delicate soft thank you little sentiment. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want. None of this was planned, so this is me sort of figuring out, and I've deleted some of it because there's only so much figuring out you can sit there and watch. And I'm just going to try and straighten up my stamp because I think it was a little bit crooked, but it was super sticky to my fingers. And again, we're going to stamp that in Memento Tuxedo Black ink twice. Oh, look at that. And on the whole, that's the layout of the card. Okay, so we've got some Prismacolor pencils here. We're going to use one called Rose, funny about that, PC929, and also Sandbar Brown. And I know it's a brown, but I just liked it. Had a green sort of tone to it, so I really liked it. And it was PC1049. And I'm going to cut some of this out. I'm going to colour it, and you don't need to sit there and watch me colour. But basically I'm just putting it where the darkest is. I'm only going very, very light hand. You only want to lightly put this down, and we're just going to work our way through it. I'm just doing it where the shading is, that's all. And this is a Sandbar Brown. As I said, it has a bit of a green tinge to it sort of thing, and I'm not doing very much. None of the colouring is very much. See? Keep it simple. And we're just providing that little bit of colour. And what I'm going to do is, once I've glued it all down, I'm going to add a bit of stickles. So this is me playing around. You don't need to see all that. As I said, simple. can I say simple enough? Simple. Not even raised up. Oh, I forgot about this. So we're going to use a Copic liner just to add some bit of doodles, some fake stitching just around the edges, just to give it a little bit of, make it jump out a little bit more. And we're outlining the actual pieces of paper because we're not actually putting any matting or anything down, so we're just going to, and you're not going to see too much on the text, but you know, it's there and it adds a little bit of continuation, is that the word? Flow? So you don't end up with this great big piece of panel that just is going to feel a bit off. And I'm not going to go over the flowers, I'm just going to go around them with this line. And that is all. That is all. So the stickles now. Stickles is just going to go in that darker area, and they'll actually look a little bit on the pink side. And we're going to add a few more bits and pieces around the card. And then that is it. So please like and subscribe. Give Leslie a call. Phone number will be in the description bar below. And her email address is also in the description bar below. And that's it. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it, and I might see you next week with the next card. Bye.